Over my 15 or 20 years of being a photographer and videographer in the public eye, I've amassed over a petabyte of data. And yes, of course, I knew what a petabyte was without having to Google it. I've been on YouTube now for like 12 or 13 years. I have been a professional photographer for about 15, and I've been shooting generally for 35 years or more. And over that time, I've amassed well over 1 million images in my catalog and countless hours of video. And shout out to Steph and her team, who are Patreon users. After years of her encouraging me, I've finally decided to make a Patreon page to share uncut, behind-the-scenes access to my photo and video shoots with you guys, both past, current, and future shoots. So I have content dating all the way back to my early days in Sydney, shooting with Tina, wandering around, reviewing equipment, making travel vlogs, all of that fun stuff. Even before that, as I was just taking my own trips and getting kind of travel photography, behind the scenes of my own portrait shoots, and just kind of random bits of B-roll that I took of me doing my own thing. Then all the way forward, shooting in as we moved to different studios in Australia, as we moved to New York for 4 years to live and work, and that's when I started collaborating with Steph. All the way fast forward to now living in Hong Kong and still traveling the world running photo tours. I have so much content, and whilst I hope a lot of the fun translates to the YouTube videos and the courses at my 2 different schools, there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes that we have to cut out to keep things moving and to keep the pace and to keep it professional, that is laying on the cutting room floor that I'll be able to share with you guys. So as an example, last week I had 3 different shoots with 3 different models where we were shooting for testing equipment that was unreleased for brands, then doing review stuff for YouTube, doing some art boudoir style portraiture as well. And through that, I had an action camera up in the corner of the room that was bird's eye view, kind of filming the whole process, as well as often on top of the camera, getting a above the, almost through the lens, bird's eye perspective of what we're shooting. And, you know, we chit-chat, laugh, joke around, then I address the main camera, talk about the formal stuff, having done some testing. Then we go back to joking, and you only ever see the formal part, whereas this, I'm gonna be able to bring you along for the whole process, including that I accidentally dropped this brand new 85mm lens on the concrete and kind of broke it. So you'll get to see the whole response in real time of me and the models and everyone on the crew, how that went down and what the response was. I think this is going to be really fun. I've split it out, the Patreon, so there's photo only access, behind the scenes videos for all my travel and YouTube and that, and portrait shoots, that kind of thing. That's all work safe. And then there's my art boudoir sections that have all of that, but they also add the behind the scenes on the art portrait photo shoots and that kind of thing. So depending on what kind of content you're interested in, you'll be able to join us uncut for full behind the scenes access on all the shoots I have going on now, when I'm planning the ones in future, and this huge archive of stuff that I have in the past. So I'll be sharing photos and videos and tips and tricks, and it should be really fun. And what I think may be the backbone of this is the Discord access. So every level will get access to the Discord server, where we'll basically have our own community where we can share images, talk about new products that have been released, talk about techniques, chat about photography in a forum that has no sponsorship, that has no advertising jumping in all the time, where posts and your algorithm doesn't matter. It's not going to be hiding people's posts based on who's paying to have a verified badge, all of that kind of nonsense. It'll just be for our community. And whilst I will try to keep it uncut and unmoderated as well, we'll be doing what we can to have it be a positive and inspiring place that's fun to pop in and visit and share your images, that isn't, you know, devolving into a cock measuring contest of people kind of being hot-headed and rude to each other. So check it out. It's live right now. There's already loads of posts up there. I'm going to be adding content to it all the time. I'd love to know your thoughts moving forward on how we can make this community even better. I'm really pumped for this. I've got all of this great content that has never seen the light of day that I can finally share with you guys. So please do check it out. You'll see the full details below, and let me know as a comment any questions you might have.